Everybody says that there is a race problem.
It was a week before I was able to calm down enough to do this. I kept finding myself yelling and cursing into the camera. Anyway, on with the show.
Everybody says that there is a race problem.
Allir segja að þetta kynþáttavandamál leysist þegar þriðji heimurinn flæðir inn í öll hvít lönd og aðeins inn í hvít lönd.
The Netherlands and Belgium are more crowded than Japan or Taiwan.
I ran across this racist tidbit the other day, so I left a comment. One of the many things I find personally offensive about this is the fact that they consider my family members to be genetic pollution. Anybody who's familiar with my channel knows I have a young daughter, but what you may not know is that her mother is a Puerto Rican. Now, she isn't particularly dark-skinned herself, but the rest of the Gonzalez family is quite dark-skinned. And I find absolutely nothing wrong with the Hispanic side of our family. I'm very happy to have bred with one of those brown people that they hate so much. Now, Marmite Man actually had the nerve to send me a friend request at one point. This was during the Draw Mohammed Day era, and I'd made a number of videos in support of the effort and a number of videos in support of Thunderfoot. One of those videos was kind of critical of Coughlin. Now, Marmite Man hates Coughlin, so he fell into that trap of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Well, Marmite Man, are you sure you want to be my friend, now that you know I actually bred with one of those brown people? Coughlin and I disagreed on whether the actions of one user, Thunderfoot, constituted bigotry. He said it did, I said it didn't. I think we also disagreed a little bit on the effects of Islam on society. But we both have points to make. It's a very complex issue involving politics and ideology. It is definitely not black and white. Now your argument, on the other hand, Marmite, is exactly that. Black and white.
Here's the bottom line. I'm against multiculturalism because simply if you have a white person and a black person have a baby, that baby is going to be black, not white, and it is going to slowly get rid of the white race.
So Marmite, I'm going to grant that friend request you wanted, but not the way you originally hoped. I have a far, far better way. A friend would tell you if you were wrong, right? A friend would tell you if you were making an ass of yourself, publicly. So I'm going to calmly explain to you why the video you made and the friends you made it with are so incredibly wrong.
Everybody says that there is a race problem.
No, only racists say there is a race problem. Everyone else says there is a problem with racism.
Everybody says that this race problem will be solved when the third world pours into every white country, and only into white countries.
The solution to racism has nothing to do with immigration. The solution to racism is to change hearts and minds.
Everybody says that the final solution for this race problem is for every white country and only white countries to assimilate, i.e. intermarry, with all of these non-whites.
No, nobody is going to force you to marry anyone. If you don't want to marry a non-white, then don't marry a non-white. But if we're going to treat everybody as equals, including whites, you need to respect their choices as well, then you need to allow other people to marry non-whites if they choose to do so.
But if I tell that obvious truth about the ongoing program of genocide against my race, the white race, liberals and respectable conservatives agree that I am
A Nazi who wants to kill 6 million Jews.
They say they are anti-racist.
But what they really are is anti-white.
Andrasisti dulorð yfir andhvíta.
If anti-racist means anti-white, does pro-white mean pro-racist? Just asking. Okay. To call interbreeding genocide is grossly incorrect. Genocide is what happened to over 1 million Armenians at the hands of the Ottoman Turks. They were rounded up and slaughtered. Whole families, many of them were crucified, all in the name of Islam. Genocide is what happened to the Native Americans. They were slaughtered by the millions, whole families, even whole tribes, in the name of manifest destiny. When you are killed, you are no longer capable of passing on your genes to the next generation, hence the term genocide. Even if the whole white race completely bred itself out of existence, that would not be genocide, because they would have passed their genes on to the next generation. When I had a child with a Hispanic woman, I was not committing genocide. I passed my genes on to the next generation, and she will in turn pass her genes on to the generation after that. The white race is not a separate species. We are all one species, and we really need to start acting like that.
But if we are going to be interested in and involved with human beings, then I fail to see anything in the name that distinguishes between one set of human beings and another set. We are all human beings. If there's one thing that is biologically certain about the human species, is that it is a human species, one species. The similarities among us are enormous. The differences are trivial.